Hello everyone and welcome back to more Dragon Warrior 4. So the last time we were together, we went and purchased a whole bunch of equipment, did a little bit of adventuring to power ourselves up, and we made our way out east to the Desert Inn. Well, we want to travel this desert, but we can't unless we have this wagon. Well, this wagon belongs to this guy who wants nothing to do with us. But his father mentioned that he went to a treasure cave, and something terrible happened to him. So we're going to try going to that cave and see exactly what happened there. Now, I didn't do a lot off screen, I did do a little bit. And one of those things I did was I went back to Endor, and I bought a metal Babel shield for Mara, which I think is the only shield she gets to use. So not only does she have an extra piece of equipment, she has the single strongest piece of that type of equipment she can have. That's not the only thing I picked up. I did get a little bit of fairy water. I want us to not have to fight too much. But we're gonna just mosey on over this way. In the last video we did ever so briefly visit this cave. I had completely forgotten about it. So it was a good reminder. But now we're going to explore it in earnest. And... oh, what's this? Mara gained a level. Didn't learn new spells though. You know what? Let's get aggressive. Alright, no, we only took out one Nilipa. But we did damage the other Thurvo? Alright, back to normal. I'm not a big fan of this sort of call out the tactics for your party members. And I'm going to look into seeing if we could change that. In the normal circumstances of the game, you can't. But maybe there's some way to circumvent that. I'll let you know in future episodes if I figure it out. Alright, we've made it. Now, according to my guidebook here, we are in the Cave of Betrayal. So let's start exploring. And we just smashed through those rocks. I'm pretty sure if we came here without Mara and Nara, it would make some sort of comment about us. Uh-oh. Seems the combined strength of 3 people is necessary to break the door open. So yeah, without Mara and Nara, we can't open that door. And they just fell down a pit, so let's go see if we can find them. Ladies, wait, don't... I'm right behind you. Only they turned around. You've come to save us. We've been waiting for you. To fall into the evil world. It's a trap. No, it's Licky Licks. They were hiding as the sisters. Alright, we are not strong enough to take them out with one hit. How about 2? Take that. Oh, there they are. They're being chased by monsters. Let's interrupt the monsters. Yeah, I'll get you. I'll eat you next. I'll eat them, and you'll be next. The ones you saw upstairs were our imposters. There's no hope of escape. For you. Alright, 4 of them. Vampire bats and tricky urchins. We don't really have magic that can help in this case. And if we look at our items, well, we don't have any items to help, so we're just going to have to smash them. Let's start with the tricky urchins. Alright, that's good, they missed. What's not good is the urchin is building up power. Ooh, a fireball. Okay, let's play safe. Heal. Okay, tricky urchin is building up power. Let's see what happens if we attack a vampire bat. Alright, 1 hit, 1 kill. Alright, that wasn't so bad. Only 7 damage. That was a lot of XP. And we learned the fireball spell. So we should have an easier time dealing with magical, well, not magical enemies, but groups of enemies. Alright, are you the real sisters? Max, you've come to rescue us. That's what I thought you would say. You won't fool us again. You're not Max. We'll fight you this time. Wait, sis. I think this really is Max. I can tell. Really? Then answer this. Was Nara at the casino in Endor? Well, was Nara the one that liked to gamble? You may be right. Sorry we doubted you. We've been chased by your imposter for so long. Yeah, maybe like a whole 3 minutes. Alright, the party is back together. Now we can start smashing through these rocks again. So, just from a little bit of environmental storytelling, what do you guys think happened? That guy came here with his friend, the monsters started impersonating them. We found the symbol of faith, which is an important item. But it wasn't just happening to the guy that owned the wagon, it was happening to his friend too. But somebody found him, and somebody put him on his horse and sent him back home. Well, this is it though. This was a quick little dungeon with a lot of XP for our hero. So she's now level 10. She's not exactly, you know, up to pace with the other party members, but she now knows Fireball. Chickens. So why don't we use Fireball? I don't think we really need to, but we got it. Let's use it. Doesn't work. And Nara falls asleep. Wonderful. That's alright. We can take this enemy out. We hit pretty hard. Almost nighttime. So let's tell this guy about what we found. You again? Huh. What's that gem? Why, looking at it seems to purify my mind. The symbol of faith. I got it. The most valuable treasure has been none other than trusting each other. I've been wrong. Let me join your party. Of course we can take the wagon. And Hector has joined the party. Shall we go now? I think the first thing we should do is say goodbye to your father, but I guess you have other plans. This is my horse, Primrose. Everyone be nice to her, okay? Let's go. And we go out into the desert. We're not going to stay in the desert, though, until we get attacked. So we got Hector on the party. He's an unknown Y. I'm not sure what that is. We didn't meet Hector in any of the other chapters, but we've had party members that kind of fulfill Hector's role. Hector is an NPC. So just like Healy, and just like the soldiers that Loon hired, and just like Orin, Hector is just sort of like an extra party member that we have no control over, but can still provide us some help in combat and getting around. He'll never gain any levels. We can never change his equipment. Now, since we're already kind of stuck in tactics mode here, we can't give him any commands. My son seems to have straightened out. Thanks. Look after him, will you? Sure we will. Now, do you, sir, have anything new to say? South of this desert lies Konimber, a port town. $24 gold? Well, there's 4 of us. Alright. So we're gonna head south. So combined with the fairy water, and that we're a few levels high, I don't think we're going to have a lot of fights. I wouldn't mind getting into a few just to show you guys. Armored scorpions. We've dealt with them before. Alright, Hector doesn't hit so bad. Alright, at this point the desert is probably a good place to train. I remember the enemies out here being pretty tough, but also giving good experience. Let's see if I was right about that. Yeah, good experience, good money. Let's try one more fight. More scorpions, that's okay. In fact, we're gonna go all out. Sleep! Oh, that should be the end of them. No. The end of that one, though. Oh, gained a level. Alright, Nara. On top of that, there are 2 towns nice and close to go to heal. Alright, so where are we now? Welcome to Anu, a spa town. No clue if I'm pronouncing that right. Hello there! Your first time in town? Shall I show you around? Yeah, sure. Follow me. Alright, so I am not in control. Over here is the weapon and armor shop. You can buy your equipment here. This is an item shop. They don't carry souvenirs, though. Here lies Ruvis, the soldier who saved the town. That might be important. And this is... Excuse me. Nurse, I'd like to show that to them. Of course. This is the armor they believe Ruvis wore. They say this armor has a very mysterious power. Alright, so fallen hero, mysterious armor. And this is the Anu Spa. Very refreshing after a long journey. By the way, have you decided where to stay tonight? I recommend this inn. The people here are courteous, and the price is reasonable. Well, he ran off before I could finish reading. But I guess that's his inn, and that's why he wants us to stay there. The port town of Konember is far south of here. Well, we're going to be heading that way eventually because we're looking to get a boat. Ah, yes, I feel relieved. My son brought me to this spa. Alright, are there any goodies to find in this town? Double checking my guide, doesn't look like it. Alright, soldier, I saw you hiding back here. I think that Ruvis' armor is fake. Someone switched the real armor with the fake. Oh, so you think the armor's not real? Alright. Oh, there are two inns. How much is it to stay at your inn? 20 gold? That's pretty good. Better than the desert inn. Well, I just want to do something nice for the old geezer, so I brought him here. He probably means the old man back at the spa. The spa waters here are known to make your skin silky. Should I try to make my skin even more beautiful? I mean, you're here, have fun. Try out some new things. Now, looking at my guide here, the armor and the weapons are nothing new. So I'm just going to let them be. We will talk to you. Have you seen the armor kept at the House of Healing? Isn't it impressive? Well, maybe we should take a closer look. Alright, Max, you're going to sell the lunch. I was going to hang on to it, use it just like another, like healing herb. But we are, you know, we are pressed for space. I think we're going to stop back at Endor to drop off the symbol of faith. Nothing else to use it for. A ghost appears at the graveyard. Do you believe it? A ghost, you say, huh? Well, we happen to know that things change depending on the time of the day. A strength seed. Fantastic. That's another thing we can drop off at Endor. Ruvis the soldier was a great man. Many years ago when monsters terrorized this town, he fought with them, and perished along with the last monster in the final battle. Now, you're not going to let us in. I'm not going to take the tour again. Hello, Father. Nothing at the moment. We'll save just before we call it an episode. Okay, is that everybody? I believe so. So why don't we use our Lamp of Darkness. And let's see what the town looks like at night. you're still here. You're burning the midnight oil. Dad is in bed. That spa must have been really good for him. He's sleeping like a baby. That's good. He feels better and he's resting better. 2 inns, though. Must be a busy place. How much do you charge for a night? Twice? I don't know, buddy. That soldier still back there? Yep. Do you want to come with me to bathe? You're not afraid of the water, are you? Just jump in. Look at those muscles. Did you inherit them from your father or your mother? Well, we don't really know our father or mother. We may have met our grandpa. Alright, you still think the armor's fake. And looky who's in the graveyard. I'm Rufus. They called the armor I wore the Zenthian Armor. Somebody stole it. Alright, well, we've heard about a Zenthian sword. This is the first we're hearing about Zenthian armor. Yep, he fought the monsters and died. No, nothing to say about the armor, though. But people think it's a fake, and the ghost said it's a fake. So that's another thing to search for. The lost Zenthian armor. Cleaning up is hard work. Don't bother me. A merchant named Loon stopped by this town. He had lots of money. He was talking about buying a ship. What an ambitious man. Oh, well, we happen to be looking for him. So, we're on to Loon's trail, then. We know that monsters are after him, because they don't like the commerce he's been engaging in. Alright, so our next town is south. It says way south. Oh yes, metal slime. Alright, we're still fighting offensively. Problem is magic. Magic isn't really the trick. Use no MP. Got away. So yeah, if there are metal slimes around here, this is a good place to train, provided you can take one of the metal slimes out. And there's our town. That wasn't that far. Maybe we just had really good encounter rates. Alright, well, it's still nighttime. And you know what? Since we got here at night, let's explore it at night. Excuse me, sir. I don't want to cast a spell. I want to talk to you. Are you searching for someone? I saw an unusual group of 3 people. There was a princess and her escorts. They said they were after a man called Necrosaro. Ah, so Lena and her group has been through here. How would you like to marry me? Somebody I just met? No, that's alright. Oh, you're so naive. I was only kidding. Sure you were. I wish I could save enough money to buy my own ship too. But I spend too much. Why? Sure, a sea voyage is nice. I don't know, you don't sound convinced. Loon is a fine example of an arms merchant. He plans to travel the world in his own ship to search for legendary weapons. Alright, so here's the inn. We can get some rest here. Oh, what is going on up there? Alright, you're sawing logs. We can't even open this door, so we can't go in there and ask what that fire is doing. And you're asleep at the table, huh? Okay, so far, pretty quiet, pretty uneventful. Lots of shops. Come back here, you! Where do you think you're going? I'm sorry. I was tempted, but I haven't stolen anything yet. Yet? Huh? Forgive me? Alright, sure. Thank you. I'll tell you something in gratitude. You can exchange small metals for items. Well, that's a mechanic in the... Well, I don't know if you call it a mechanic, but that's something in the game we haven't really had to deal with yet. We're going to find these items called small metals. As we find them during the course of the game, we'll be able to exchange them with somebody for special items that you can only get. Well, you can either only get or only get reliably that way. Who are you? I was only telling her an old proverb. Sure. If you have love, an age different doesn't matter. Is there really such a proverb? Oh, Father, what are you up to? Nobody's told us the name of this town yet. My husband, he thinks too much. That's why he's growing bald. Ah, worry. Deep in the mountains, north of faraway Branca, they just discovered a village rampaged by monsters. The people of Zenthian across the sea vanished without a trace. Do these events have some connection to the rumor the ruler of evil will resurrect? Could be. We were there for both. Alright, so are there any goodies in town I need to keep my eyes open for? Well, there are some goodies in the armor shop I'm going to want to pick up, but it's not daytime yet. Alright, let's keep making our rounds. We're already in there. Are you... Yes, you mentioned that. You're not going back to the, stores, are you? Eastern Lighthouse was invaded by monsters recently. Since then, it's been shining evil lights on the sea. Oh, that's not good. My ship. That ship looks like it's doing alright. We need to get on here and explore a little bit. The ship is sailing out. No, sounds like he's talking in his sleep. Are you the captain? Starboard the helm. Just joking. Oh, you're just having fun playing pirate. Also asleep. So maybe this is him and his family? Oh no, the ship is sinking. Oh, you're sleepwalking, okay. Well, that's just about it. I think that's just about it. This wharf is closed at night. Well, we're not going in there. So yeah, that looks like everything. Why don't we get some rest and see what the town is like in the morning? Ah, we can afford it. So, who are you? What do you have to say? Welcome, how would you like a map of the world? Sure. Funny, I thought I had some more. They're gone. Oh, thanks. Sorry, we're open at night. That's okay. This is Konember, a port town. Konember? I'm not sure. Item shop. Well, nothing we want right now. Priest is back in the House of Healing, not causing trouble. Are you still worried about monsters? Yep. We are going to want to save our game soon. Not yet, though. A ship is being built at the wharf. It's a big building to the left. Well, we couldn't go here at night, so how about during the day? This is a wharf. We're building a new ship. I heard. Is the new ship for sale? Move, please. You're blocking the dockhand's way. Whose ship is this? Looks quite expensive. Wow, what a big ship! Well, there is somebody down here, so let's go say hello. Loon said he wanted to go south. A sailing expert who has a priceless map lives on a southern continent in a town called Mintos. Alright, so that's another place to start looking for, Mintos. With a special map. Pardon me, sir. What? Who's the owner of the ship? Go ask the boss. A new ship is useless here. You can't sell out of the harbor because the lighthouse is causing havoc. Yeah, we heard something about evil light coming from the lighthouse. We might have to go check that out. I'm worried. We're building this ship for Loon, but he's so rash. He went to the lighthouse to destroy the monsters who are making sailing impossible. Ah, so now we know where we're going. We're going to the lighthouse to meet Loon and deal with those monsters. Why isn't Loon back? The ship's almost finished. I hope the monsters at the lighthouse haven't got him. Well, I hope so too. And we're going to go find out. We're not going to find out this episode. No. We're going to finish our business in town and call it a day. Now, what do you guys have to say? It's daytime now. Children are always restless. Well, children have energy they need to use up. Hooray! It's a ship! Hooray! Pardon me. Come on, kid. Gotta get back there and talk to that guy. When can we sail? The cargo will rot soon. Well, what kind of cargo do you have? Probably food if it's gonna rot soon. I'm frustrated because we can't sail. If I were a lot stronger, I'd go wipe out the monsters in the Eastern Lighthouse. Well, don't you worry about that. I have it on good information that a group of adventurers are about to head that way and deal with the monsters. The last ship to leave here was sailing south. They say the Princess of Zenthian was on board. I bet she was a beauty. Alright, so Elena and her party did come this way, and they went south. I'm the captain of this ship. I want to sail too. However, when a ship leaves the shores, the lighthouse shines eerily and makes the seas rage violently. Alright, so the evil light in the lighthouse is causing storms. At the very least, it's making the sea violent. Darn, my ship is gone. The lighthouse in the east is responsible. Since the monsters took over the lighthouse, it's emanating an evil light that sinks ships. Well, don't you worry, we're going to do something about that. Alright, ma'am, do you have anything new to say? Nope. So the last thing to do is to go shopping. So you're the weapon shop. Now the broadsword is the strongest thing you got here, but the hero is already carrying it. And the Morning Star, while pretty strong, our Staffs of Jubilation are just as strong. You're who we want to talk to. Because you have the Golden Barrettes. Now, hopefully the hero should be able to wear these as well. Yep. We're going to buy 3 of them. Hector, we can't buy anything for. Alright, so let's all put our golden berets on. And there we go. 6 more points of defense. Now that's probably not going to be the same for you guys. Only 4 more points of defense. But I think this is going to be one of the stronger helmets you guys are going to have for a while. Okay, and this means we're just about done with what we're doing in town right now. No, that'll do it. Let's talk to these 2. You're unfortunate. Until recently, ships used to sail out of here. I don't feel like opening my shop these days. A port town without ships. What a joke. Alright, well that's going to do it for this episode. I'm going to go and save, and when we continue next time, we're going to head to that lighthouse. But off screen, I'm going to go to Endor real quick and drop off some of these items. So, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next episode.